Good morning, Pullman. Welcome to Wake Up Wazoo. I'm your host, Ben Weinman.
And I'm Megan Abundis. Thank you for waking up with us. It's that time of year. The ASWSU elections are in full swing. Although voting does not begin until next week, the first debate was held last Thursday. Our own host, Ben Weinman, was the mediator at the debate. Ben, tell us about it.
Thanks, Megan. Last Thursday, ASWSU candidates met to discuss issues concerning the WSU student body. Marissa Heiss and Sean Santamassimo will run against Jared Powell and Lakeisha Farmer. One question focused on improvement between the relations of ASWSU and the student body. Powell and Farmer said that in order to build a stronger relationship, they would start at the Summer Alive orientation program when freshmen and transfer students first step on campus. Heiss and Santamassimo countered by saying that ASWSU website needs renovation, as well as making Senate meetings more public. Another topic discussed concerned the stigma of WSU's poor academic reputation. Powell and Farmer said that uniformity in the U-Core classes would be a start to improve the academic. Candidates will meet again this Thursday to debate on topics regarding the residence halls, and election results will be announced the night of March 12th. Wake Up Wazoo will continue coverage on the debates and election throughout the next few weeks.
I'm looking forward to see how this week's debate goes. Next up, Amanda Rowley with your Rowley Report.
Thank you, Megan. Good morning, everyone. I'm Amanda Rowley with your Rowley Report for your weekly news. Now, the University of Idaho's new president, Dr. Chuck Sabin, enjoyed his first day on Saturday in his position. Now, Dr. Chuck Sabin is the university's 18th president, replacing interim president Dr. Don Burnett, who says he will be returning to the U of I's law school, where he formerly worked as the law school's dean. Now, Sabin previously worked as the provost at University of South Dakota, and he is now the university's fourth permanent president. He'll be making a welcome address to the university today at 2:30 at the university's administrative building auditorium. Now, candidate filing in Idaho begins today for a variety of seats in the federal, state, and local positions. Locally, there are 7 Latah County positions open, with 2 county commissioner seats, clerk, treasurer, assessor, coroner, and magistrate judge positions all on the ballot. All local legislative seats are also on the ballot as well. Now, California police have caught a man accused of stealing money from a cookie jar. The Girl Scouts cookie jar. Now, the police chased the suspect down, and it was all caught on camera. Let's take a look. He didn't get very far. Escondido police say the 21-year-old is the guy
What do you think about that?
Awesome.
who stole these 2 Girl Scouts cookie jar.
And he started running, grabbed it, and he was laughing sort of, went to his car, got in, started to drive away.
Gracie and her sister Zoe were selling Girl Scout cookies at this Albertsons Saturday. They had a donation jar out to send cookies to troops overseas. They say there was around $45 in it when Benecourt allegedly grabbed it and ran. These Girl Scouts got to see Betancourt running again, only this time from police and U.S. Marshals. When Betancourt was out in handcuffs,
Oh, yes. Do you see that, girls? I told you that night. I told you that night that they would get him.
Can I turn my mom real quick, sir? I will, you know what? Not for you, but for your mom, I will. Okay?
in fact, authorities were already looking for Betancourt for 2 outstanding warrants.
What's the video for?
Now they'll be adding petty theft and resisting arrest.
This is wonderful news. I know people in San Diego are going to be really excited to see that.
These girls have one message for Girl Scout cookie monsters.
No more stealing our cookie money. Don't mess with Girl Scouts and don't mess with soldiers.
That's right, don't mess with those Girl Scouts. So despite efforts to educate drivers of the dangers of texting while driving, some say they can still do it safely. Now, Washington State University researchers are saying that drivers can be discouraged from this practice through public service announcements. WSU marketing professors Lonis Kerklis and Daryl Muelling say their studies suggest that emotional appeals reach people on a personal level. and get more attention. So now one study they did included 3 different groups, where the 3 groups watched public service announcements, but the one group they found after their results showed significant response to the PSA that included an image of skull and crossbones. The image with the PSA reportedly showed significantly lower attitudes and intentions to text while drive. Therefore, researchers say that the findings suggest that the use of promotional campaigns featuring relatively strong emotional references to death or dying is possibly an effective persuasive technique. That's all for your Rolly Report this morning. We're going to be right back after the break with details on the new residence hall on the WSU campus. Be right back.
Celebrate. So discover the forest with your family today. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
I've got a job to do today.
I've got a job to do today.
Have a good first day at work, Mom.
Your donations to Goodwill fund job training programs right in your community.
Feels good to start fresh, right?
Sure does.
And like that, you're a job creator.
The newest residence hall on campus will now have some competition. Northside 2. Wake Up Wazzu reporter Devin Truby has the story. Devin?
Northside 2 is a brand new residence hall that will be located on Colorado Street, east of the soccer field. The project was approved in January by the Board of Regents. Genesis Architect and BM Builder were contracted for this design-build project. This is the same designer that helped construct Northside Residence Hall. The construction and design team bid a maximum price of $29 million, and the entire project has a budget of $40 million. We sat down with Robert Tattershaw, Director of Conferences and Services, to talk about the reason behind the building.
It's because of higher enrollment, and since WSU is planning to have 4,000 freshmen for as long as we can project, then we're going to need that bed space at some point.
Although the building is going up in a current parking lot, there are no plans to create more parking.
The university is trying to move parking further out to the perimeter. Fortunately for the residents of this area, parking is still pretty close.
Luis, the project manager, spoke to us of new amenities such as a green space and a market.
And green up that area somewhat and create a space for students that will give them another opportunity for hanging out and kind of have some green space to use.
Construction has already started for Northside 2, and they will break ground within the next few months. Residents can move in the fall of 2015. Reporting for Wake Up Wazzu, I'm Devin Truby.
Thanks, Devin. Next up, Chris Shaw with your weather report.
I'm Chris Shaw with your weather. Luckily, all of the ice has melted from last night. My tennis shoes actually turned into ice skates, and I was slipping all around, just like a penguin, basically. But now all the ice is melted, so you really don't have to worry about that. You just have to worry about a little bit of rain. The highs are going to be in the low 40s, and tonight it's going to get a little colder into the mid-30s, and winds are expected to be about 11 miles an hour. Now let's take a look at the rest of the state. As you can see over here in Pullman, it's 33 right now, and it's going to be up in the low 40s. Spokane is going to be similar conditions and similar temperatures. Now let's go all the way over to the west coast. As you can see, it's 46 over here, and then I like to call this the 50s belt. And as you see in Vancouver here, it is 57 degrees, and as you go farther north, it's going to get a little bit colder, as you would expect. But these are by far the warmest temperatures here in Washington. Now let's take a look at the rest of the country, and I'm going to tell you the places that you want to go for spring break, and a place to get a suntan, and the places that you really don't want to go. Over here on the East Coast, 25 degrees in Boston, and it's a little snowy over there, so not a good place to go. On the West Coast, 67 degrees, and in Phoenix and down south here, warmer temperatures. Minneapolis, 9 degrees, really, really cold, and you don't want to go there. And I will send it to commercial now. So,
Thank you, Chris. So it looks like it's going to be a rain boots and rain jacket type of week, Megan.
I know, I'm excited that spring break's right around the corner.
Where are you going?
I'm going to Arizona, so it's supposed to be pretty good weather over there.
I am jealous.
Well, stick around, and we're going to be right back.
Melinda Lee has the sports report. This is Wake Up Wazzu.
Barry, time is running out. According to my calculations, 1 in 5 kids in America struggles with hunger. How can so many children face hunger when there's more than enough food to feed them all?
Babadoo.
You're right, Barry. We can help solve hunger by teaming up with Feeding America to get food to hungry kids in communities across the country.
Help Flint and the Feeding America network of food banks get food to the people who need it in your community. Find your local Feeding America food bank at feedingamerica.org/hunger.
Together, we're Feeding America.
That's low. Look, he's